I find if I'm busy at times. Yeah.
Do you know where the green is? Oh, it's the same block as the fancy cottage. Just on the corner.
Well, welcome to April Sayers at Dodo Modern Poets. I'm Patrick Cunnane. I'm your host for the evening, and also be saying a few poems. If you've not been to the Poetry Cafe before, just to let you know, you probably found it already, the bar's upstairs, the loos are at the back there. The show is probably not unusually, in two halves. Each half will be approximately 40 minutes long, and then there's a 20-minute break, so we should finish about 10 o'clock. What else do you need to know? Oh yes, our fantastic lineup. Tonight we have Lizzie Shirley, we have Andy V. Frost, Penny Faulkner. We look forward to hearing those great performers in a short while. I'm going to kick off with some poems. This may or may not be a political poem. It's called I Regret Not Being a Lion. I regret not being a lion, hanging out on African plains, watching sunsets in the evening, hunting deer at dawn, padding through the grass, big guys stepping aside, as I flash my tail in a surly manner. You want trouble? I'll oblige. Checking out the lady lions, I always get my way. We bring our cubs upright, they play outside all day. Excuse me, while I climb this tree, lays on a comfortable branch. I can count the stars from here, or slip into a trance. I regret not being a lion, never knowing what boredom means. Watch me run, I'm really fast, try this in your dreams. I've a coat of many colours, reflecting changing light. They say the ark took only two, I the captain, you the crew. It's easier being a lion than it is to be a bee. No honey to collect, no workers stinging me. With long grass for a bed, our cubs are all well fed. A lion always wins, always stays ahead. I regret not being a lion. My career advice was poor. I'd have poured my way right up to the top and remained a king for sure. Lovely springtime day, even summery really, so this is a time that seems appropriate. I grew up near a place called Happy Valley, and I try and go back there every now and then. It's a beautiful woodland. The last time I was there, we had a picnic, and I was also reading some poems by Byron. So this is Lord Byron in Happy Valley. Lord Byron picnics in Happy Valley, full of suds and vim. He bounds through the bluebell woodland, so quick on his feet you can barely see him go. Byron munches a cheese roll, alert to the possibility of gherkin, which he hates. Snaps the ring pull on a cream soda, dashes off an ode or two. For it is the dreaming time. April's loveliness has come shyly knocking. Poets are aware that love is their calling, and Byron is no exception. Byron lays back, half gazes at the cerulean sky. 'Tis the doing of a being almost as great as he, but one not so treasured by generations of schoolgirls writing in the margins. Byron beckons his love. Come, let's stride to the alehouse, quaff a draught in late afternoon. We will have none of that pie. It is truth we seek, not gravy. You might have noticed there's a general election on, and acres of newsprint have been devoted to the coverage of completely irrelevant things. You may have heard about a van, for example, and so this is called Pink Herring. What's in the colour of a van? A lot, it seems. Although the van itself is innocent of offence, unaware it's patronising women or channeling a Barbie doll, could it be a poll is looming and critics need to snipe at something? You can't expect a simple van to comprehend such rage when motoring into view, representing the many, not the few. So what if it's in the pink? It's not driving us to the brink or celebrating the longest running soap. Let its wheels run free, fill its tank with hope. National Poetry Day takes place every year now in October, and I came up to London, I live on the south coast now, for the day, and I was coming home slightly inebriated, and when I got into a taxi at Folkestone Station, the driver asked me a very good question. National Poetry Day. Taking a cab from the station, I tell the driver I've been at poetry readings all day. What is poetry, he says. Now I'm on the spot. What is poetry? Emboldened by drink, I say, poetry is music, but words without music. He thinks for a moment. You like music then? Yeah, yes, but that's not it. Not poetry, exactly. He changes gear. We listen to Muzak FM. Poetry is a moment when someone says something so extraordinary, you write it down. I don't say this out loud. That'll be £5, he says, pulling into the curb. Thanks, I say. This is what poetry is all about. I say this out loud, and he recognises a drunk, if ever he's seen one. New fragments of the work of Sappho are in the process of being discovered, and I was in Greece a while ago during a huge rainstorm, and I thought of this little fragment by Sappho which just says, "And I long and yearn." So I wrote this tiny poem called The Falling. The cleansing rain falls and falls and falls, a rush of joyous noise. The street is a river into which we step gingerly, clutching wine and candles and water. How I've longed for such simplicity, everything torn away, fallen, the apple uneaten. I should say that the place in Greece I was in is Lesbos, which of course is where Sappho comes from. I'm going to finish my first set with this poem, but before I do, there's an anthropological note. Apparently in Papua New Guinea, if a man with beard and glasses reads a poem out loud, then it's customary to take all your clothes off. Understand this practice has moved on and is now prevalent in Covent Garden, so you're free to disrobe while I perform the naked poem. People should spend more time naked. If we all took our clothes off, there would be less differences than you might imagine. Think of those times when awake on a summer morning, you tiptoe to the bathroom naked, blessed only with your fine cloth of flesh, and silkily urinate. People should spend more time naked. Underpants are uncomfortable, brassieres imprison proud nipples, shoes strangle toes quivering to explore, trousers deny sunlight to pallid knees, to genitals those precious plants of life. Clothes should only be worn out of doors, on cold days in Alaska, to protect tough lumberjacks from falling trees. Discover yourself, take your clothes off now. It's warm enough in here to fry breakfast on the floor. Let your fingers do the walking, explore your neighbour, explore yourself. Imagine a dog on a winter day, rolling naked in snow. Think of fat cows at Christmas, patiently standing naked in straw. People should do more things naked. Watch television naked. Drive your car naked. Fall into yoga postures naked, open the door to friends naked, arrive at work naked, make political speeches without clothes on, go swimming naked, get married in saintly churches naked, go to war naked, do not clothe yourself with guns, understand nakedness and clothe your mind, do not be ashamed of breasts, penises, fat thighs, ignore the fat cats queuing up in silk shirts waiting to die. Dress yourself only in nakedness, a fine suit fashioned by the natural tailor of natural joy. Spend the rest of this week naked. Leave April Sayers at the Poetry Cafe, Covent Garden, naked. Begin now by removing your wristwatch. Thank you very much.